So all premature babies should be left to die.
Not if they are wanted. This is a valid point.
Okay, so now, all right, so if I could just like animate this conversation and just keep going through. So not if they're wanted. Like begets like. I can't make a koala bear no matter how many times I have sex with my husband. You grab a limb, you twist, and you pull. This is a regressive, antiquated view of how we treat inconvenient human beings.
Lady, even my service dog thinks you're full of shit, so.
What happens in an abortion?
So I must exterminate it. That's simple, period.
Abortion is a tool. Abortion is a tool that allows women, right, to pursue careers.
That is such a misogynistic statement, what you just said. Yeah, I know we have a video. It's going to be fantastic. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you have a daughter?
Yes, I have a daughter.
Do you have a son?
Yes, I have a son.
So if your son was in college and got a girl pregnant, you would want that girl to give birth?
Absolutely, that's my grandchild. And if she didn't want to parent that child, I would say it's my responsibility. I would feel it's my responsibility to offer to adopt that child.
If your son was in middle school and got a 13-year-old girl pregnant, you would want that girl to have to go through the trauma of giving birth as a 13-year-old girl?
I would say, first of all, no one wants a 13-year-old to be pregnant. I think everyone.
So she should get an abortion.
Do you think that having an abortion simply wipes it all away? That gets rid of the sexual assault? That cures the pain she endured?
How does
That's
this
just a
argument apply to
risky
the
take.
13-year-old situation then? If that's not a consenting adult, if like the person who is pregnant.
You can't consent if you're not. If you're a minor, you can't consent to anything.
So if you're a minor, should you be able to have an abortion without your parents' consent?
Yes.
If it's going to harm you in the future, you have your whole life ahead.
You just said you're a minor, you can't consent to anything. And I said, if you're a minor, can you consent to having an abortion? And you just said yes. Do you understand how that's an illogical
13-year-old
statement?
is prepared to have a fucking child.
I agree.
So
No
if they get
13-year-old is
pregnant
prepared to
by
be a
rape, by
parent.
consent, whatever, they should be able to have an abortion as a 13-year-old.
No one is saying in the pro-life movement that a woman, a girl who is sexually assaulted, no one is saying that she should become a parent. We know it's human because it has human parents. The law of biogenesis says like begets like. Like I can't make a koala bear no matter how many times I have sex with my husband. No matter what position I'm having sex in, I can only make a human being. And we know that human being is alive because it's growing. The cells are rapidly multiplying. And what's really fascinating is that human being is self-directed. It tells itself how to develop.
Like, yes, the cells are alive, but that doesn't mean it is alive. Like, it doesn't have personhood. Does that make sense?
So okay, that is exactly what the argument. So now, when do you get personhood?
When you can viably exist outside of the womb without depending on the person whose body you're in.
But see, that's a slippery slope because when I ask people when does personhood begin, no matter what college I'm at, I always get a different answer. And throughout our history, when we separate being a human being from being a person, the results are always catastrophe. It's never good because there's a slippery slope and different people subscribe different definitions to personhood. So all premature babies should be left to die.
Not if they are wanted. This is a valid point.
Okay, so now, all right, so if I could just like animate this conversation, it just keeps going through. So not if they're wanted. Your value as a human, you matter regardless of whether or not your parents want you or regardless of how other people see you. Our point in the pro-life movement is that every single person, no matter what you say or what your beliefs are, that you have value and that you matter. And it's not, your value doesn't stem from your wantedness, from somebody saying that you're wanted. Because your wantedness could change, ma'am. Your mother could want you one day, then not want you the other. I need to answer her question because I think if I'm wrong about abortion and if I die, I go to heaven and God's like, you've wasted your entire life. It didn't matter. Okay, would you like me to answer the question? It didn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, Kristen. You wasted your time. What have I done with my life's work? I've inconvenienced women. If you're wrong, you've left millions of people to die because of because of their size,
It's a
because
belief.
of their
Beliefs,
location.
beliefs can't be right or wrong. So then
They absolutely are.
Theoretically, you're saying theoretically we
Beliefs
go to,
can be right or wrong. There is a right and wrong. I think this is a regressive view. This is called a SOFR clamp. This is used in second trimester D&E abortions, when we know a child can feel pain. How do they end life in a second trimester abortion? I have the quotes in my binder here from the National Abortion Federation's website, which is online. You grab a limb, you twist, and you pull. This is a regressive, antiquated view of how we treat inconvenient human beings. Do you want to know how we kill children in the third trimester, which is legal? We use this needle, like similar in amniocentesis.
So sad, if you're getting an abortion in the third trimester, there's most likely a medical reason or a legitimate reason why you need it. So why do you care?
And in this
Why do you
reason,
care what I'm
an
doing with my
abortionist
body?
uses ultrasound guide technology to identify the child in the womb, and they try to get the digoxin inserted as close to the heart as possible to cause a cardiac arrest. Then she walks around for 2 days with a dead or dying child inside of her, and then she's given Lemuria seaweed sticks to ripen her uterus, and she delivers a dead child. This is a regressive view. This is a regressive view to believe that this child must die in order for you to live your life as you see fit. You have a very regressive view, I'm sorry to say.
Would you
But
get
it
a
doesn't
vasectomy?
mean
Would you? Would you get a
Totally
vasectomy?
different.
Would you? Would you get one?
They don't need to get vasectomies because they're hopefully not having sex with women that are going to kill the children.
I'm asking. Would you get a vasectomy?
If you're a man, just make sure the woman you're having sex with won't kill your child if she conceives. It's very
Don't have
simple.
sex with me, I'd kill all
Don't
the
have sex
children.
with me.
There you
I
go.
wouldn't
Sounds like a good date. That needs to be a question on Tinder.
Okay, I know, Jesse, I'm out.
I would never touch any of you either way.
Yes, because that justifies your extremist beliefs by insulting the way they look.
I never said that.
That's literally what you just said. I would never touch any of you
That's
anyway.
not what I said. I just mean the fact that they're pro-life is why I would never touch them.
Sorry, I'm gonna take a picture because my husband's like, why aren't you texting me back? I'm just gonna be like, current status. Yes, whiteboard. Listen, if the preborn human being isn't a human being, isn't alive, you don't need any justification for abortion. I literally don't give a shit. I don't care. But if the preborn human being is a member of our species and is alive, there's no justification. Oh, we can get that. We debated that earlier, but yes. But there's no justification that you can give to me that would say it's okay to kill a human being. There's no justification.
But I'm saying where you're going from there is saying that it's morally wrong, right? That's what you're implying, is that's
Yes,
morally
I
wrong.
say it's morally wrong to kill innocent humans, and our laws should reflect that.
And everyone who's pro-choice is going to challenge that by saying
Yes, because
it's
they don't
morally
want
wrong
to
on another
acknowledge the
basis.
science. Because this is the reality. If you're pro-choice, and I'm not attacking anyone, but if you're pro-choice, you have to deny the humanity of the preborn child in order to justify the belief that abortion is okay. Why? Because changing your mind means that you may have to reconsider some of the decisions you've made in your life, and that is very hard. That is why when I'm on a campus, I'm engaged in this discussion, my intent isn't to walk away with every single mind change, because I know I'm not going to be able to change a lot of yours minds. But my goal is to plant a seed of doubt, to plant a seed of truth, that later, when you're reevaluating some decisions you're making, you may stop and consider, wait a minute, that is true. And sometimes the truth is really hard.
I was actually going to strengthen your argument because I feel like
a foster care system and killing an unborn child. How much does the child suffer between being in the womb and being outside?
So your amount of suffering you will endure determines whether or not you should be killed. That's a slippery slope, because what if someone's in a coma, can't feel anything? They're not going to feel any suffering. Can I kill them? No, because we would say that's wrong. Call me crazy, but killing innocent people is always wrong.
Abortion is determining that I can no longer have a fetus in me because of my own circumstances.
What happens in an abortion?
So I must exterminate it. That's simple. Period. That's
What's it?
the fetus.
That's the best pro-life ad I've ever seen. I must exterminate it. That's a pretty sad statement. But if you want to talk about statistics, the latest Ohio abortion statistics that were just released last week, Black women and Black men make up 12% of the population in Ohio, and they make up 40% of abortions in Ohio. That's statistics.
My thing is, what's wrong? What's wrong with that?
That doesn't mean that
You're allowing them. I'm saying you're allowing them to.
You want to say that's okay? That 40% of women who seek abortions are Black when Black
they can
men and women
pursue
only make up
career.
12% of
So
abortions?
Black women can pursue a career. They're taking an operation so they can pursue a career or live their lives to enhance their wealth.
in no other way.
That's a tool. This is not.
I just gave you statistics. You just wanted
You're giving
statistics.
me
I just gave
statistics, but it's how you perceive
And
it.
you just acknowledged a pretty racist statement, and I'm letting you make that statement
But
because
how is that?
I don't need to say anything further to that. She said I was only bringing up race at specific times. You said I wasn't bringing up statistics, so I brought up statistics and I brought up race. Bing, bing.
Abortion is a tool. Abortion is a tool that allows women, right, to pursue careers and live. Their
That is
lives.
such a misogynistic statement, what you just said. It's a tool that allows women to pursue careers. Like, I'm not capable of being a mother without having an abortion.
No, I'm just saying
That's
you are.
exactly what you just said. In fact, that's what the Supreme Court said in KCV Planned Parenthood. In KCV Planned Parenthood, the Supreme Court literally said women needed access to abortion in order to achieve their career goals and equal with men. That women have to have access to a special surgery that dismembers another human being in order to be equal to men. I fundamentally reject that because I can gestate, I can lactate, I can menstruate. You can't do those things, and I can still beat your ass on any SAT. Next question. Sorry, you just got my feminists all mad.